on a new vlog. For those of you who don't know me, I am a writer based in LA that is working on their first novel. And today I took the day off of work, just knowing that it's going to get pretty hectic in the next 2 weeks for news that I will talk about in a future vlog. And even though I took the day off, it's going to be pretty busy. So I have a call with someone at 11, then we're going to go to the mall. I have not been to the Century City Westfield Mall in over a year, maybe 2 years at this point, but they have a Popmart there and a bunch of other shops. So we're going to go, since why not? This week, I'm really making a concerted effort to try to get back into writing. I got a little bit stuck. Part of it is a mood thing. Like, I get a little sad when the sun is set and tired, all of those normal seasonal things. So now that the time change is coming, I want to like rev up again on writing, but trying not to be useless. I've been reading a lot more than I used to. I've been going back to edit just so that I can be productive. But anyway, for today, we're going to go to the mall. I'll bring the camera along, get some fun little B-roll, and then come back and try to get back into writing and stop editing, just move forward. That's going to be my mantra for the next few weeks. But yeah, I hope everyone's been well, and I'll be tippy-tapping away and bringing you along in this vlog. Also, while we're here, this is my new desk setup. It is very pretty, but the cables are really messy because I'm planning to put a floating shelf up here. I think I can fit one comfortably, but we'll see when I get back from the mall. If I have the energy, I'll start to work on that. And then this monitor is through work. I'm gonna try to get a monitor that, like my own personal monitor, and once that is done, I can actually do cable management so these wires aren't flying around everywhere, and I'll have a nice, beautiful desk to write at and edit at. Hello friends, hopefully this is not too grainy or dark because I realized it looks really dark, but anyway. Hello, I don't even remember where I left off this vlog because I started to film a separate video about this desk setup, and then I have another video about feedback I'm getting for this latest chapter that I shared with my writing group. So I'm just gonna pretend like this is the beginning of a vlog, maybe. But anyway, I predictably, not unlike the main character in my whip, procrastinated a bit. So I believe the last update I gave, I was saying I want to push through and just keep writing and stop editing. Guess what? I edited a lot because I wanted to submit a chapter for review, and then I realized that what I submitted should actually be broken up into 2 chapters, so I started to edit for readability purposes part 2 of that second chapter. So that's where I'm at. But one thing that is giving me joy is one of my closest friends that I've known since high school is now in my writing group, and they're starting to share their stuff. And when we were going to college together, she took a creative writing class that I ended up taking like the semester after her. And I got to read her work back then and vice versa, and it was just really fun. So it's bringing me back to those times of like talking about writing with someone that I actually know and is really excited about it because Edwin, as excited as he can be for me, he is not a reader, he is not a writer, so he'll just kind of sometimes be like, oh, I like this part. But it's really different when you have a writer friend who is hyped and you can hype each other up. So that's giving me a lot of life and energy, especially now that the time has changed over. I actually see some sun when I log off from work for the day. I make dinner. I still feel a bit energetic. So I know that my energy levels are just going to keep on going up as we get more sun throughout the day. However, in 2 weeks, I start a new job, and it will involve a 1 hour commute 3 times a week. Currently, I'm working full remote, so it's going to be an adjustment for me, and I'm going to have to see when I can squeeze in writing around that. Not that I've been writing that much these days anyway, but I really want to keep up the momentum. So I'm thinking that I'll be able to listen to audiobooks while I'm commuting. So I'm really excited about getting that time back. And also, I daydream a little bit while I drive. It's alone time, it's contemplative. So I'm hoping that I can brainstorm and kind of write in my head while I drive so that when I get back, I feel really energized and I know exactly how I want to tackle whatever next scene I'm working on. But yeah, I am questioning a few things about my plot. So I have been going back to kind of think through, especially my main character, Rose, her motivations for why she is following through the plot that comes out of Act 2. Like, what is keeping her there? So I need to strengthen that a little bit. And so much of me is actually tempted. So the story is supposed to be spanning a few different countries. We start out in Kuri, which is like the Korea coded fantasy country in my novel that Rose is from. A few characters are from. And they're supposed to leave to other countries. However, I really like the characters that get left behind in Kuri. So I'm thinking about whether it could even be feasible to keep her there for longer, if not the entire story, which would change everything. But I think I need to like stop with this temptation and just follow through with my original plot, even though it's changed a lot. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm stuck. And I feel like, so for one, this is my year, I'm in year 2 of trying to write this. So I started this project 2 Novembers ago. So the first year I spent a lot of time on a zero draft, quite frankly. It was a zero draft, it was a discovery draft. And so in my part of year 1 and going into now, I spent a lot of time rewriting it and redoing it with a lot more intentionality. However, that then makes me feel like I've quote unquote wasted so much time, and I feel so impatient, and I want to be very thoughtful about how I'm approaching the plot so that I don't have to do all these major rewrites, which honestly I think is pretty unreasonable because this is my first full-fledged novel. I know it's not going to go perfectly, and I know that I just need to finish this draft so I can really take a step back and do dev edits. But I edit as I go. I rewrite things. Like I keep spinning back to the beginning to think about like what is a better way to approach some of these things. And so I've been making very slow progress into Act 2 because I feel a lot less sure about how to get from point A to point B in that plot, because there are some key details that I've changed between my zero draft and draft 1 that are having significant impact to the overall story. Like I introduced a POV character that was not there before. They were part of the plot, but they were a side character. I took away a POV. I changed the romance subplot significantly. And so I want to make sure that I'm doing this story justice and the characters justice, but having a little bit of a hard time figuring out how I want this to wrap up because my act one is really long. So it's going to be pretty unconventional, I think, in terms of some of the plot structure, which maybe is not a great sign. But I'm letting the story go where it wants to go. But yeah, I just need to figure this out and I just need to write and stop this endless editing loop and go from there. So today I am committed to writing a new scene that I have not written before and just move this damn story forward. So that's my plan for today. It's been a while since I've had a late night. Oh, it's not late. It looks dark outside, but it's not that late. It's been a while since I've had an evening matcha, so I'm hoping that this perks me up and that I get at least this scene done. And when I take breaks, it will be to read other people's work and feel good about all the things that the group is doing to motivate myself to keep going. All right, we'll chat again later. Hello, this is VoiceOver Jen, and I am ready to reveal the news that I was alluding to at the beginning of this video. I put in notice at work, so I have a week before I start my new job, and I'm going to be using it to the best of my abilities to refresh, spend a lot of time writing, deep clean the house, just really enjoy this time where I don't need to actually think about work day over day. I'm going to be recording that content and sharing that with you all, but I am not sure how this new job is going to be really impacting the way that I write and the way that I record content because it is a hybrid role. I'm going from full remote to hybrid, so that's going to be a big adjustment. But either way, I'm really excited and I hope that I do get more regular with my posting with the weather getting warmer and this new opportunity. But until next time, thanks for watching, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye.